Hey, 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 hey. Hey, guys.
Hi.
That was just my song called Hey.
When does it come out?
It's dropping on SoundCloud in 6 hours and 20 minutes.
Amazing.
And 5 seconds.
Thank you so much for blessing us with that.
2. I'm Courtney.
I'm Caitlyn, and welcome to Bitches in the Breakroom.
Wearing your bitches.
Settle down, you guys.
Guys.
Chill.
I see you in the back with that sign. I love you too. I love you too. No, you can't hook me up with your hot brother. Please don't do that. That's the last thing I would want.
Hi, Court.
Hey.
How are you?
In a dream state.
Yeah, Courtney's a sleepy girl today. We have lots of lights on in here.
Caitlyn tried to blind me. She's like, let's try this ring light full blast right in my eyes. And I'm like, yo. She's like, that's too bright. Like, I have clear blue eyes.
Which
it's going straight through my cornea.
I didn't realize that.
Attacking my brain.
Never think about that because I have very dark brown eyes. So maybe what I see is way dimmer in the world.
Whoa.
You know?
I don't think that's how it works. I think you just, like, can receive light better.
I will say sometimes I do think about, like, if we all see color the same way. Like, is
I know,
my pink your
right?
pink? Like,
oh,
what,
no.
what
I
do you
can't think about
this
that right
color
now.
Actually is?
I can't think about that right now.
Yeah, weird. So anyway.
I have a panic attack.
Why? Why?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing around, guys. I'm fine.
You can talk to me. Why did you sleep so deep last night?
I don't know. I slept like a rock.
You do look like you're still sleeping, though. I'm not going to lie.
I thought I woke up this morning, my eyes were like, you know when they're like glued shut?
I hate that feeling.
I know. And then I like got up and I've been like chugging coffee and I'm still like, the only difference is like my hands just feel a little more energized.
Yeah.
At least my hands are energized.
Maybe this cold fridge of a room that we're in will wake you up.
Yes, or it'll make me sick.
Well,
yeah.
You do get sick.
I'm feeling something coming on.
No.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me right now?
I can't take it anymore.
Enough.
What? Courtney, first of all,
I'm not the only one.
Get away from me.
I'm not the only one.
I know, but when other people get sick, it's a little more shocking. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you haven't been sick in like a year. I get it. You were sick a month ago.
Was I?
Most likely.
I don't think last month I was. I don't think I got sick in November.
I do wish I kept the notes that I had on you. I was keeping track of how often you were getting sick because I wanted to show you because I want you to get blood work done. And I deleted it one day because I was like, oh, fuck.
You're keeping notes on how often I'm getting sick.
Yes. I had like, it was up to 3. And I don't know why I just deleted it one day. I was like cleaning my phone out. I should have kept it.
I didn't get sick in November.
Okay, but honestly, not impressive because you're not supposed to be sick all the time.
I don't think that's true, though. I think getting a little bug once a month is perfectly good for your immune system.
No. Lack of immune system. I can't remember the last time I got sick, but...
Hey, immune system, are you in there? Yes,
knock
she
on
is.
wood. I've been taking vitamin C gummies every day.
Yeah.
Just say gummies.
Just like... Taking a little gummy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my gummy before work.
Yeah. Well, it's been
pulling
working.
up to your client.
I mean,
Sorry,
like,
just take a gummy before work. Like...
And it's a fucking vitamin C.
It's literally vitamin C.
I'm like, are you feeling it?
Like, yo, wait, this is kind of hitting, though. Wait, do you feel, like, loose suddenly?
That's some shit that I would do. Because anything that I put in my body, I'm like, I feel that.
There's a difference.
I am very in tune with my body.
Yeah.
I know the second something enters my body, I just know it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
I am very unaware.
It's better to be like that.
It's fun.
Yeah. If I feel any ounce of different. I mean, you're kind of like that.
With my heart.
Oh,
especially.
just your heart. Yeah, I'm with anything. If I feel
or
anything,
like a back pain. Like if
do
my
you ever
back
get like
twitches.
a random little pain in your head?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
no, like sometimes I'll get a forehead headache, like right in the center of my forehead, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
Something's
I
wrong.
like will just get a random little like it's not even
like
pain, but I'll feel something somewhere, and I'm just like,
don't like that.
I know.
Don't like that one bit.
Me neither.
I'm scared.
Just a baby.
You can baby with.
What are we chit-chatting about today?
We're gonna be talking about a really sensitive topic today. Dinero.
Money. Shmoney.
Money, money, money. I don't know. I'm singing so much today. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just one of those days.
Just one of those days. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about money, finances.
Yeah.
Charging your worth a little bit kind of thing.
Yeah.
All in that family. Where do we start?
I do love money.
Money is a motive.
But money is also really easy to have a bad relationship with. You can have a really toxic relationship with money.
Yeah.
Money starts, having control over you sometimes. But you need to take control of your money.
Okay. Accountant.
Yeah. I've been crunching numbers.
Yeah.
Percentages.
I think, especially in the hair industry, this isn't talked about a lot because for whatever reason, maybe cosmetology school has changed, but it's just something they don't even touch on like at all. Mm-hmm. Like I graduated. Oops, excuse me. Oh, bug me.
What if it was like rumbling from the desert? Like, I'm sorry.
I graduated hair school, and wait, what was I saying?
About how like it's not talked about.
Oh,
enough.
they don't talk. Yeah, they don't talk about it in hair school. Sorry, I have the giggles right now. I'm trying not to laugh. You're rubbing off on me. We didn't take gummies. It's that vitamin C gummy.
It's that vitamin C. It's pumping through my blood right now. I'm feeling it. Yo, have you ever taken vitamin C and just gotten like a case of the giggles? Why do I have tears coming out of my eyes? Stop it. Pull yourself together. Clean up your goddamn vibe.
How's anyone gonna take us serious? I slicked my hair back today, you guys. If in case nobody noticed, and I actually am into this look.
It's giving wealth. Speaking of wealth, money.
This is the look of wealth right here.
Yes.
If you want people to think you're wealthy, grease the back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Egg
if you want people to think that you're poor, look like me.
We did this on purpose.
We wanted to show.
This is what a poor hairstylist looks.
We wanted to show like the difference between like income and like how it affects your like physical appearance.
So let's talk about money.
Yeah. So when you said that they didn't talk enough in hair school about money, and you graduated.
Get it together, bitch. Okay. Hair school, I feel like doesn't touch on finances because. Oh my God! No, Courtney, maybe we should not start with like hair school because I don't know why it's making me giggly wiggly.
Okay, here's what we'll start with. I work in a commission salon, right? I work in a commission salon. Okay. So I don't personally set my prices. I charge the prices that the salon sets for me. I think a good question for people who are either wanting to maybe own a salon or do their own thing, whatever. What determines like a reasonable price? Like, would you say area has a lot to do with it? Like location? Yeah.
Area, the products that you're using, and I think the education. What the fuck is going on?
It's because I know I shouldn't be. This is a disaster.
I'm trying not to look at you.
Okay.
Because
let's just not
you're
look.
making me giggle. So when it comes to hair school and the finances, I feel like there's a huge disconnect there. I feel like cosmetology school does not go over finances at all. And it's honestly kind of sad. I feel like I learned a lot about it because I was going to school for business. So, like, I learned that aspect from college. Not saying that you need to go to, like, a 4-year, but I just feel like that disconnect is so bad in cosmetology school that when people graduate, they are still clueless about what is being a W-2 employee versus a 1099 mean. What is commission versus booth? And I feel like they touch on that, but they don't go in depth about it. They don't tell you about taxes and writing off and how you absolutely need an accountant as a hairstylist. Like, there's just so many things that get overshadowed in cosmetology school when it comes to finances that it creates this huge gap in the hair industry. And that's why so many hairstylists struggle, because they were never taught that right from the start.
If I had like graduated hair school and not immediately come to a salon that like I knew was actually looking out for me and like, you know, wanting the best for me as well, I would be fucked. Like I didn't know a thing. I still barely do. I just am trusting
Yeah.
that, like, you know, I know that you're not taking advantage of me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you do the numbers aspect. And
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah,
is
like,
also
did
why I
they
love
go
commission.
over? Well, did they go over any of that in your school?
No.
Like, nothing. It's insane.
I
I'm
don't
sure
think
they touched
so.
on, like, commission or booth.
Yeah, like they touch on like what. And okay, wait, this is a weird thing that I feel like I've noticed in literally every hair school I've been to, which is 2 of them. But like I feel like every single hair school for some reason like always shit talks commission. Like all like every single time I would talk about like, you know, I'm coming to work here afterwards, like whatever, I'd be like, yeah, I'm so excited to start. Like people would be like, oh my god, you're almost done graduating, like you still think you're gonna work at that salon? I'm like, yeah, like for sure, that's what I want to do. They're always like, you're gonna open up your own place, you're gonna do your own thing. Like they like always like push that, and like I get that, like that's great. Like I can see how they're like trying to be encouraging of like career goals or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's also like I feel like it's commission can be someone's preference. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, well, I just think commission in general just has such a negative.
I don't get it, but I guess it's like
It's because
there's bad salons.
because I think the bad has outweighed the good in for so long. I
Mhm.
feel like now commission is coming back to life because there are younger owners who I feel like we talked about this in another
Yeah.
episode, but I just feel like there's younger owners who are like who get it, who want to provide like the best of both worlds
Yeah.
for people. But yeah, it does suck that a lot of hair schools do that. Mine was actually kind of the opposite. They were pushing like doing a mentorship and like
Really?
starting commission.
Yeah.
Commission is great for someone who just hates finances. Like you can understand your finances and still want to work at a commission salon, because if you understand it and you know that's not something you want to like worry about so much, it is a nice perk.
Yeah.
But I think even so, you still need to understand
Yeah.
where your money is going,
Yeah.
why like certain things are being taken out,
Yeah.
because that way you can prepare for the future better.
Definitely.
And that's kind of what it's all about.
I like to be money conscious in the sense that like I know about my money, but like I don't want to think beyond that. You know what I mean? Like I've had a history of a really bad like on and off relationship with money. It sounds bad, but it's like it was always like one extreme or the other for like most of my life. It was like I'm doing really well and like I'm really comfortable, or I'm like not doing well and everything in my life is plummeting because of it. It's like when you're low on money, it's like you're more unhappy, you're more unsure, you're more anxious,
stressed.
Yeah, like it's like such a huge stress factor in my life. And I feel like if I had to be like single-handedly responsible, if that makes sense, for like every cent that I'm getting and everything that I have to spend the money on, and I think I would be way too stressed out. Like I wouldn't actually be able to enjoy doing hair for me personally.
It would like suck the fun out of
Yeah.
it for you, kind of
Like
thing.
it would feel like a job. Like I know it is a job, but it would feel like a job if I had to be like, okay, I need to hit this number. I need to make sure I have this amount of product. I need to make sure I budget this aside for this, you know, renovation or like whatever it may be. Like that would drive me insane.
Yeah, like work wise. Yeah, but I do think it is important to like know all that stuff personally. Like with your personal finances, I feel like even if you hate it, you have to understand it in a way. Yeah, so like with personal finances, I don't know, I think it's important for hairstylists to have an accountant, and a good one. And not an accountant who's like a goody two shoes. You need an accountant who I don't know if we might have to cut this, but like who knows loopholes, because and not to get like too political, but like the government does like to take our money a lot, and I think it's important to have an accountant who is creative. I think is a better way to put it. Someone very creative, where it's all legal, but they're making the most out of your money.
Yeah, like they want you to keep the most of your money.
Yeah, because possible. I mean, we're working so hard, and like, you know, if you are a W-2 employee, you see it every paycheck, what they take out, and it hurts. Like there's
oh my god,
mean,
when
like,
I see like the gross income,
versus,
like I'm like,
yeah, it hurts. It's really
insane.
Yeah, it's painful, and I feel like so W-2 sees it every week, and then 1099 either quarterly or yearly. You see what you owe back to them, and it's just like it just hurt. So I think understanding how much is being taken out of your pay is really important. Again, whether you're W-2 or commission.
I love looking at like my like pay stub and looking at like the
Just
breakdown. Yeah, like I love, because I'll be like, holy shit. And it also gives me an idea of like what my return should be looking like. You know, like if it's like I owe money, like I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, because like look at A, B, C, D, you know, like, you know, like I have like the I have the receipts, you know what I'm saying? Like having that understanding gives me a better idea for like my own budgeting. And it's like, how much am I going to be having like come the new year, you know, like what am I going to have to my name kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think not only is it good to have an accountant, I feel like everyone should have an accountant, but I highly recommend a financial advisor.
I don't have either.
Oh, okay.
I just use TurboTax.
Yeah, I used to do that, but
I also haven't had a career until this year.
I would invest in a financial advisor or an accountant, because again, it's that creative aspect that you can't do on TurboTax. You're just doing the bare minimum on there, but they can be like, oh no, like you should write this off, and like they just have that more creative aspect. But a financial advisor is great because what they do is they can help you forecast, plan for the future, budget, which is really important because you can make a ton of money. I know stylists who have made a lot of money who cannot get their spending under control, and they have nothing to show for it. And I get it because I love to spend money. I can sit and shop and build a cart up in about 10 minutes and blow it all, but you have to have control, like self-control with your money, or else it's like, what's the point of, and again, someone might have a different mindset than me, but I'm just like, what's the point of making all this money if you don't have anything to show for it, if you're just blowing it and getting nothing back from all the hard work, you know?
Yeah. I don't even have a savings account or a credit card.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, we gotta talk. Do you want to talk right now? Like, this is the episode. Like, we need to get your shit figured out.
Everyone always says that to me. Everyone's like, we need to talk about that.
Wait a minute. You don't have a credit card?
No.
Do you have a credit score?
No. I just, like, spend my money that I have.
Oh. We're, like, actually going to have a meeting about this. Love you. Boss hat coming on. No, yeah. No.
Why do I need a credit card?
Courtney, because if you ever need a loan from anywhere, which it will happen, you need credit to show for that you can pay it back. You need to have some kind of report, like history, that you are responsible in paying shit back.
Yeah.
So we're going to get you a credit card and a savings account. Oh my God. I fucking hate you.
No, it's like, that's my bank. Like, if I were to need a loan, like, he knows I'm good for it.
She's talking about her fucking dad.
Kind of thing.
Not like a sugar daddy.
Not in like a, like, I don't want to sound like,
No, like her actual
like,
father.
Yeah, but like my father, like, I don't know. I have avoided getting a credit card, and my father knows this about me, but I have avoided getting a credit card because I have spending problems and I don't have much self-control. It's easier now, like where I'm at now in life, because fine. I always have money in my account now. But like in the past, it would be like, you know, I'm not making money at all. Like, I'm in school. Like, I'm barely making anything. I'm making enough for gas and groceries. That's it. So, like, if I had had a credit card, I would have been just racking it up. And I've been very self-aware about that. So, I've avoided it because of my financial irresponsibility in the past. I think I would be fine with it now, but I'm also like, what, my system is working right now.
No, but I think you'll be fine, because if you truly understand the concept of it, you would know that you just can't blow your money. Like, you you have a conscience, like, you know that you're not supposed to do that. Yeah. You need to get a credit card. Your dad, what's your dad's name? Jason. Stop enabling her. She has a problem.
youngest daughter syndrome.
Oh my God. And then you have the oldest who like has to do
literally everything. My sister like has like a full like Google form of her like finances and her budgeting, and like, and I'm like,
okay, so yeah, credit card is important because you have to show that you can be in debt and pay the debt back. Get a credit card, just literally buy gas on it and then pay back immediately, or have a bill on the credit
can
card.
I like have a credit card that like functions as a debit card, like it just immediately takes it out of my account?
You can have it on auto pay.
Okay.
So it automatically pays the full amount every month.
Okay.
So we need to do something like that. Credit card's so important because you're going to want to buy a house one day or even a townhouse, and you're not going to be able to.
I don't know. Credit cards have always scared me.
Oh, I got a credit card at 16.
Yeah, I was never responsible enough for that.
Okay. But now you are. Like, you're very responsible. Like, you know. You just can't go crazy with it. And what was the other thing that you don't have?
A savings account.
Yeah. We need to get you one of those. Now, okay, let me talk about savings account real quick because I feel like they're great, but that's like an emergency fund. You should not have an insane amount in your savings account because that's just money that's sitting that's not making you any money back. So again, that's like an emergency fund. Like if you want to have like 10,000 in a savings account, I think that's good. Anything over that, if you're really saving, like if you're a good saver and you're at 20, 30, 50,000, whatever, you should take that and put that into an IRA account or like something that's going to make your money back. Invest it in something. So that way your money's sitting, but it's also making you money at the same time. Okay. But we'll start with a savings account for you because that really it's important to have. And the payroll system that we have,
you can like split it.
You can literally, and like, so you don't even have to do it yourself because it hurts to even transfer that money over. So yeah, the payroll account that we have here at the salon, which is honestly one of the best payroll systems
I love it.
Ever. It's so
clear. It's so easy to navigate. Like there's never any confusion about like what things are coming from and where they're going. Like it's super clear.
Yeah, and that was important to me to have something like that, and that something that provides options for stylists financially so they are able to save. And so like we can set it up where X amount goes into one account and X amount goes into another automatically. So like you could be saving money without even realizing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think a savings account is very important, and a credit card. And if you are someone out there who's scared of it, like just get one with a low limit. $500. You'll never die with a $500 limit. You can always pay that back.
Yeah.
You know, I know you can, but like, you know, so
you write my checks,
you know, but yeah, I think, I don't know. I just think finances is so important. And I obviously am like very into it because I have a business and I kind of,
I love like hearing your mind at work. You know what I mean? Like I've just never, I would say I have like I have a hard working mentality.
Yes. You're a hard worker,
but I'm not like, I don't pay too much attention to numbers. And like for what it's worth, I haven't had to. I'm 23. Like I haven't had to in my life at all. Yeah. But like it's interesting to hear your perspective on that.
So yeah, no, you're 23. Like I get it, but and again, money is not everything, but you have to like know about your money. You have to be educated on it and know where it's going because you're trying to build a life, and like one day you're gonna want kids and a family, and like you want to have that in place. That's always been my mindset. Like I always get like one of two reactions when I tell people I opened up this hair salon at 24. They're like, oh, you're supposed to be having fun right now, blah, blah. And like, you could have done that later in life. But for me, I wanted to set myself up for later in life. So, you know, you can go one of two ways. And if you want to do it that way where you're like just living life right now, that's fine. But just know that like that is coming.
Totally.
I don't know. I just think understand your numbers. And you don't have to be obsessed with it, but just if you understand your numbers, you can live such a freeing life. I feel so financially free, and it's not because I have endless amounts of money, and it's not because I'm rich. It's because I understand what my money's doing for me, and I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Definitely. That makes sense.
Okay. Am I momming?
A little bit, but I get this all the time. Like,
sorry, I'm not trying to mom. I just want, I think it is just so important to understand your finances.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just, sometimes ignorance feels like bliss.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I know how much I have at all times. I know where it is. You know, it's even crazier. I just have, like, random little piles of cash just, like, distributed throughout my room, like, throughout my house kind of thing. Instead of like doing anything with it, like I just like keep it. It's like my rainy day fund, but like I like to like hide it from myself, and then I'll just randomly find it one day. I'm like, oh my god,
wow, it's like a little treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel like you're broke, you're like, let me search.
No, literally, like let me just open a little box or something, and I'm like, ah,
yeah,
I can go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is that's like a form of a savings account.
Yeah.
But just to see it, because I think
I'm like Nick Miller on New Girl. It's like I have my box as my bank. Like
I never watched that show.
oh my god, you should.
I know. Someone
So
told
good.
me I should the other day. Well, okay. What I was gonna say is, I don't know. I do this, but sometimes I see how much I make, and like when we have our end of year meeting, like I'm sure you have an idea. I think you can see, but when you see how much you make, and then you're like, what do I have to show for it? That's when it starts to sting. You know what I mean? And I think especially for hairstylists, because there's so much money to be made in the hair industry. You can create a very comfortable life doing hair if you're charging your worth, obviously, and organizing your days where you make the most out of the money, kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I was just saying how, like, I know hairstylists can make a lot of money, so like there's just no excuse to not have money on the side, basically. Yeah. Do you feel comfortable giving tips on finances? I feel like you can give tips to new stylists trying to make money in the hair industry. Yeah. Like, what are some things that you would tell a new baby stylist out there who wants to make a lot of money but just doesn't know even what to do? Like, what's your advice on that?
Well, it's going to be something that is probably controversial. Not really, but it's like different personalities won't agree with this, I feel. But take the extra time to add on to your tickets. Like, clients will come back if you are taking your time on them. Like, I'm not talking like a ridiculous amount of time. It's like no one wants to sit in my chair for 8 hours. Like, that's ridiculous. But like, if me adding, like, for example, the other day I had a Brazilian blowout. She was my last client of the day. And I was like, well, we're not going to do foils for a while. So like, let's add on a toner today to hold you over, kind of thing. So like, just an easy add on. And I brought home more money because of that. Like, I took that little bit of extra time. If someone's not down for a cut, I'm going to talk them into a cut. Like, and it's not just for the finance. Like, it's not like I'm like adding things on that are going to like harm my client. You know, it's like for their benefit as well. But like, just planting that seed of like, you could do this, or it's like, we can do this extra thing. It's going to be an extra like 30 minutes or whatever, and an extra $60. Like,
don't be afraid to build your ticket.
Yeah. Like,
it's so important to be able to do that.
There's definitely days where I come in, I'm like, I don't feel like being here for longer than I need to be. So I'm not even going to try, you know what I mean? But there's more often than not, I'm going to try to put that extra time in to bring home that extra money. Cause like starting out, like your time is your money for sure. And like, I don't charge hourly by any means, but like me spending that extra time, my clients notice that. They notice that I'm not rushing them. They notice that I'm being attentive to them. They notice that I'm like putting things onto their ticket, not just for my money, but like, cause I always leave it up to them. I'm like, there's no wrong answer, but like, I think you would benefit from this, but
it doesn't
do
hurt
your thing.
To make this suggestion to build your ticket. Yeah. And also it's beneficial to the client too. Yeah. You know? Like
if someone comes in with really broken hair, but they don't want to cut, I'm going to be like, we're going to do a cut. And I also think we should add on a renewal remedy or like a treatment kind of thing. You know,
be
it's like
smart about it. Cause this is your career. Yeah. And like those things add up. Like those little things truly add up. I think we had a meeting, I don't know, this year sometime. And I was talking about adding on haircuts or renewal remedies or something like that. And so a $40 add-on. If you do that 3 times a week, every week, that's an extra like $6,000 that you didn't have before. Like, it's all the little things add up financially.
It's like that one sitting, you're not necessarily like, oh, I'm so much more wealthy. But like, if you do that at every appointment, like that's going to add up. If I did 3 full foils, no cut, I'm not bringing home nearly as much money if I do 3 full foils with cuts as well. Like, it's extra money for it's not like you're like breaking your back for it. Like, it's just like easy things to add on. Or it's like if someone's booked for a partial and their inspo is like not giving partial foil, like I'm going to say it. And if I have to move my day back, I'm going to move my day back. But it's like, I'm going to pose that option if they don't want to for their own financial reasons. I respect them. Like, that's their choice. Right. But I'm going to let them know, like, this is what I suggest. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it comes down to just not being a lazy stylist. If you want to be a lazy stylist, you're going to make lazy money. And I think that's sometimes my pet peeve is when I hear people comparing or like being like, oh, like, how are you making so much money? Or how are you getting all these brands to notice you? Or it's like, the work ethic.
Yeah.
I'm not just like getting lucky. I'm fucking working my ass off to make extra money.
Yes.
And so if you're not gonna, it's not just gonna come to you.
No.
If you're not putting in the work and going the extra mile financially, it's not gonna show.
Yep.
It just isn't. That's just what it is. You have to put in the work. No one just wakes up and gets handed money for doing half-ass work.
I like literally get so pissed off when people are like, wow, you're so lucky that you ended up where you ended up. Like, you're so lucky that happened. And I'm like, I didn't like stumble. Like, it's all a result of my own work. Like, you wouldn't have like held off a spot for me when I was in hair school had you not already known like the kind of person that I am, the kind of work that I'm going to be doing. Like, if you didn't see that I was like putting the energy into like being better and being qualified to do something, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not just like, oh, I just like landed here, you know?
No, you put in
landed
the work.
here. Yeah.
You know,
like,
yeah, there's so many people who do front desk and like move on, or don't, like, you actually put in the work, and that's important because that's how you make money.
yes.
And not saying that money is everything. I know I said that in the beginning, but for me, money is important because I don't like to feel deprived of things. And unfortunately, we live in a world where if you don't make money, like, you can't experience certain things in life. And money is not the root of happiness. For me, happiness is like my family and like when I'm around people Community. That I love. Yeah, that's my happiness. But I also feel fulfilled when I'm able to do things because I have the money to do it. You know,
and I like to like pick up my friends. Oh, I'm gonna grab their drink. I'm gonna get their coffee. Like, whatever. Like, I don't want to be like, can you Venmo me? Like, I like just like doing that and like being able to look out for others without like having to be like, okay, wait, like, how much does that take away from like my account? Like, am I
paycheck kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I get it.
You're gonna have to do it at some point in life.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. Everyone goes through a point in life where they're living paycheck to paycheck. I was there right before I opened the salon. I was literally just saving, and like everything that I made, I wouldn't touch, and I felt like so stuck. But you get out of it. You know, it just...
How long into having the salon would you say until you, like, started to make money? Because I feel like, you know, like, opening a salon, you're bound to have more of that, like, I guess, like, buffer time before you really start, like, truly, I guess, truly making money for yourself. You know what I mean?
I have always made money.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about salon ownership is if you're a hairstylist, is you make your hairstylist money.
Right.
So I've always had my income from being a hairstylist.
Okay, yeah.
But as far as like making like the salon being beyond breaking even, I would say 2 years in is when, and that's when I got my financial advisor, because before that I was trying to do it all, and then I was like, I feel like I should be paying myself for being a salon owner. Like, I was only making money doing hair,
like behind the chair,
and I was like, okay, well, what do I get from
it's like, what's the point of
like, what's the point? Get something? So I got a financial advisor, and she literally changed my life. And I tell her every year, I'm like, I would think I would die without you. Aww. She truly changed my life because she has taught me so much, and she just is so creative, and she's helped me so much make the most of my money. And yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like, financial advisor is so important. But the second that I got her in my life to help me and like take control of the salon finances, that's when she was like, oh no, you need to like be making money off of being a hairstylist and being a salon owner.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, 2 years in, when she cleaned up everything, and she gets paid a pretty penny from me, but like that is worth it.
But it's worth it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking to get a great accountant or a financial advisor, just know, like, yes, it's gonna cost money, and it seems scary at first because you're like, damn, like, I want them to make me money. I don't want to spend money on them. But to make money, you gotta spend money. Yeah, that's just like how it is.
Also, just a quick little comment I want to make, just something I was thinking as you were talking. But like, for commission stylists, like, obviously being aware of your money is so important. That being said, make sure that you're working for someone who also has your best interest. Speaking, I mean, you can see, like, me, a 23-year-old girl, I'm like, I barely know what any of this shit means. Like, I don't know what the hell this means. A lot of people graduate high school and hit hair school and
take advantage of that.
Yeah, and like, people will easily take advantage of you. And I just think it's important for you to make sure that you're like working in a community and in a group that like also wants your best interest. Like, I'm not worried about being robbed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about, like, I'm working harder when I should be making this much, or I should be doing this much. It's like, I don't have to worry about that. Like, my money is our money too. You know, it's like, we have the same goal. And I just think that's really important, because people can make a pretty penny off of a hairstylist. And if you're working for the wrong person, that can really stab you in the back for sure.
Yeah, I think if you're working for someone who's money hungry and like just doesn't understand how to treat people, which is why commission salons have such a bad rep, because bad salon owners scar people and they get so greedy and they see all this money coming in that they just want to keep it all.
Yeah.
And you just
when
can't
it's also
do that.
like, I feel like people like to talk shit, you know, like people always comment like, have fun making your boss rich, like whatever. And like, okay, like if that's your perception of the situation, that's fine. But it's also like, I personally don't see a problem in you making money that I'm also making. Like, I don't see that being like a problem. It's like,
because
you're doing extra
doing
work,
something for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, I don't see it as like, you're just like, you want more of my money than me. You want more. You want to have all of it, and like, just leave me some crumbs.
You
like,
would feel differently if I never came in and you never saw
Totally.
me and we didn't have a relationship,
Totally.
and I didn't provide health insurance, or
if you
was
didn't
so
show,
lax with-
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, people
Yes.
would feel different. So I really do think it's like you have to have like the perfect combination. And there's a lot of salon owners out there just like me who are like doing right by people financially.
And I bet their employees stick around longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll save that. This will be a conversation for another day, because
We can talk commission salons. We can talk. I want to say, I think it's really bizarre when I want to know, for people who are charging like, I don't know, say $1,500 for a balayage, like, can you let me know why? I'm not saying that you're like not allowed to charge what you feel is, but I always get so confused. Like, I've had clients come in before who are like, whoa, like, you know, 400. I was expecting like 8 or something, and I'm like, where have you been? Like, where have you been going? Like,
and then there's people who have been charged 100 that when we charge them 300, they're dying.
Yes. It's so interesting. I just want to know where like other people decide. Like, how do you decide? I think actually Adrienne Dara, she posted something one time about like scary numbers, and she's like, what's like that like scary number for you? And like, some people's scary number is like 200. Some people's scary number is 800. You know, it's like, what's like that number that you get to where you're like, okay, I need to like make it, you know, 475 instead of 500, that kind of thing. You know, like, it's such an interesting, because like, there's definitely numbers where it's like, I would feel like if I had, say, a color correction and a Brazilian in one day, I would be like, so your quote today is going to be like 850. Like, you know, like, kind of like choking it back. Like, it's an interesting.
I think that is a huge problem in the hair industry, and I don't think it'll ever go away, because there's so many different personalities that things that factor into charging is where you're from, like what city you're from, the level of education that you have, and also the level of precision that you're willing to give the client, the experience. Like, that's the issue with the hair industry, and why there's such a range of clients and what they are willing to pay, because you have people charging 100 and then you have people charging 1,500, and it's for so many different reasons. And that's why hairstylists have such a hard time getting respected, because there's just such a wide range. Whereas if you go to a heart specialist, anywhere, it's pretty consistent. And that's why they get respected, because it's a known thing that they charge this much,
right?
Because they all have the same level of education. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know, I feel like that's never gonna go away
so true.
in the hair industry, because it's like not everyone's on the same page, because they don't have to be.
It's all very customizable.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
It's not controlled enough. You have so many people in like,
well, even like hair school to hair school.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so inconsistent. And even like, there's a bunch of different booth renters. If booth renting was never a thing, I feel like the hair industry would be more consistent, because salons would all be on the same page. Like, this is the range. All the commission salons in the area have very similar pricing. All the booth renters don't.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, I should be charging 100 because I'm just trying to get people in.
Yeah.
Then you have people charging 1,500 because they're like, oh no, I'm
not gonna,
using the best stuff. So it's like such a range, and there's not enough control on it.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it ruins the level of, I don't even know if it's like respect, but just like the
validity of your pricing.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna always ask like 7 million questions about why pricing is the way it is.
Yeah.
I hate when clients ask me like, why would this be? And I'm like, I work here. Like I just work here, but my guess is the economy and where we live and the products we're using. And
actually, Paige just had a client do this to her. Were you here?
Just last week? Or
yes.
Yes.
The client was literally arguing with Paige about the pricing and how she's been to salons that charge cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And Paige was like, well, if you don't want to pay these prices, that's fine. You don't have to come here. But two, you are here.
Yeah.
And this is why I charge what I charge.
And it was like not her first time.
No,
here.
This is like a repeat client. So Paige is like, if you can't keep coming in and then complaining about it. But she set her straight. She was like, I charge this because I want to charge this.
Mm-hmm.
I work at a salon that charges this because I believe I'm worth that. And you're coming in and getting what you want every time, and you're not worried about it.
Yes.
We're using great hair products on you. Like it's a
when
combination.
Like clients
of things.
value their experience here, and that's why they spend what they spend.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know. I think that's going to be an ongoing issue in the hair industry. Always is like the questioning of pricing. It's never going to go away because of the range in pricing. But I think if we all collectively agree that we should not be charging less than our worth, then we're headed on the right track.
Yep.
So,
for sure.
A little homework for Courtney. She will have a credit card and a savings account. Next time you see her, we'll make sure of it. And if you guys don't have a credit card or savings, I highly recommend. And I think that would just be my biggest advice. And I'm not trying to brag, but I have been doing hair for 5 years now, and I am financially free. I don't know how else to like word it, but I live very comfortable, and it's because of all the things that I just talked about in this podcast. And if you can apply some of that to your life, I guarantee that your money will start working for you. So period on God.
Period poo.
Yeah.
Hot note co.
Yeah. So anyway.
Anyways. We
money.
love you guys.
I love money.
I love money, and money loves me.
Yeah. And I also love you bitches so much, and thank you for listening. And follow us on Instagram, Bitches in the Breakroom. My Instagram is Caitlyn Hair.
Mine is Courtney Cab Hair.
TikTok,
YouTube, all Bitches in the Breakroom.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, like it. Let us know.
Give us some love.
If you're listening on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating, and I'll give you a kiss on the mouth if you do that. Oh my god.
Wow.
You won an award.
Do it, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.